Hey folks, thanks for joining me. Dr. Noah Erickson from Innovative Family Wellness. I'm going to talk about gut health and the coronavirus. Now, while I realize that if you have a good gut digestive system functioning, you're not going to necessarily be impervious to getting a virus infection. But let me lay some groundwork here. Is it possible that your gut, beyond a bacterial infection, beyond a parasitical infection, beyond a fungal candida infection, might you have a virus infection? The answer is yes. Thanks to a couple really great tests recently in the past year, like GI Map and another great test called 360 by a company called Doctor's Data, we're identifying viruses in the gut. So what does that tell us? Let's go get them, right? To help decrease the immunological burden against our body's immune system. Before I go further, the immune system can be divided in two different ways. B cells fight bacteria, T cells, grossly if you will, fight viruses. So let's say, for example, we identify a virus in the body. Why not use something, it's an ancient remedy that we can grow, we can take raw, we can put into foodstuffs, cook with, and it's garlic. Garlic serves a few purposes. It has antiviral capacity. It's also an antibacterial and an antifungal. It will also serve in its raw form as a prebiotic, which is a way to help to foster good growth of bacteria in your gut. And what happens is your gut probiotics will meet up with these prebiotics and they'll make something that's like the reparative, spackling you put in your wall, and that's called butyric acid. And when we heal and seal the gut by eating good, rich foods with probiotics and prebiotics, so things like kefir, things like kimchi and fermented vegetables and garlic and onions and Jerusalem artichoke and having soups and broth, we heal the gut. Here's the secret to the overall immune system, though, with viral prevention. Once we heal these tight junctions in the gut, we no longer have leaky gut syndrome. That's a condition where substances can cross our bloodstream, go through our body, and actually cause interference with our immune system. So we can work that way. Here's something that a lot of people forget about too when it comes to viruses and bacteria and yeast. Go to your nose. I love to call this gutters and downspouts. Think of your house, right? You have a roof with a gutter and a downspout. Could you imagine if I breathe something in, say a virus or a bacteria, and it takes foothold in my sinus cavities? A lot of people know about doing neti-pots, right? Maybe use saline or use the product called Meal Med, which is a great way to irrigate that out and flush. But could you imagine if I turned to the side for a second? If all day long the sinus drainage brought viruses and bacteria down my throat, in the back of my throat, and put it in my stomach. That's why a lot of people end up getting nauseous and sick and not feeling well when they have postnasal drainage. So I'll tell you this, another remedy, like I mentioned with garlic, that has dual purpose, and that's silver. You can take silver and spray it in your nose. We have products at the office that have a vertical spray tip on them to irrigate that. You can also do something really clever. You can take a pharmacy purchased over-the-counter nebulizer, which is just a simple machine with sterile tubing and a little cup, and put it over your face and nebulize your remedies. So for my followers out there trying to keep their immune system strong, trying to ward off viruses, decrease the adherence of these viruses, yeast and bacteria, by nebulizing your essential oils. Things like thyme and eucalyptus and thieves, right? All of my people out there, whether you like your Young Living, your doTERRA, your Mountain Rose, your plant therapy, they're all out there. There's tons of great blends. I'm not here to get into that tonight. I just want you to start using them. Be proactive and go antiviral. So guys, I hope that's given you some thought here. When we're increasing our immune system, go after your GI tract. Let's refresh. Probiotics, right? You can take them over the counter. Kefir, you can drink kombucha. You can also take a prebiotic, right? Remember what I said about that raw garlic. You can also cook with it. But there's neat things out there that you can do, like onions, and even unripened bananas are a prebiotic that helps to serve as the substance to heal and seal your gut. Then we'll go up top to the sinuses. Get out your nebulizers. Guys, run to the drugstore. You're there getting, your toiletries and things like that. Why not consider a nebulizer and start nebulizing, and you can work this way. And I want to offer this to you too. We're doing immune consultations that I think are really helpful for people that they're saying, I heard about this, but how much essential oil? What's the mixture of the tincture? How much prebiotic? What about if I have a child or a senior, and do they interact with medications? These are all really valid points. And as I spoke this past week about simple minerals like zinc and simple vitamins like D and A that are critical for your immune system to help fight viruses. Again, it's a T cell response we're looking at. These are big issues. And it's come up a lot of times in office now the past 2.5 days since I started talking about this. What about people with mold sensitivity and allergies? That's a whole nother concern. Here's the deal, guys. If you're stressed right now with this thing going around, I totally get it. Let's say you have mold exposure and allergies. You cause inflammation, your cortisol stress hormone goes up. That causes gut permeation, right? Back to that leaky gut. You have gut permeation. Now that drives something called Th2 response. That means your immune system's more apt to release histamine, cytokines, TNF alpha, these pro-inflammatory chemicals that set the state of inflammation. And if you guys have read deep enough into corona, what are we worried about once the virus adheres and sticks? A cytokine response, a stormy inflammatory response that causes issue with airway and moving your air. So check this out. Stress, your gut, leaky gut, cortisol, working on the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA axis right now, to deal with stress, working on your allergies to shift the Th2 side of the immune system back to a Th1 to go kill virus. So I thought I'd just throw that out there for you guys. You probably have lots of questions: dosing, time of day, medicine interactions, allergies, asthmatics, chronic obstructive pulmonary conditions, diabetes, heart. Your immunocompromised patients are out there struggling. I'd like to see you through it. Call the office. I'm here to help you. Again, it's Dr. Noah Erickson from Innovative Family Wellness. Check us out online. That's innovativefamilywellness.com. That's innovativefamilywellness.com. And I'll be happy to see you guys through this. So for Innovative Family Wellness, this is Dr. Noah Erickson wishing you invincible health. Take care. God bless. Good night.